Equality. Alright, like I said, this is the wrapping up part of part 5, but this is the mark, one of them anyways, right here, which is the big mark on his forehead. This, the numbers 2 picture you see, look closer, you see the red dot in between his eyebrows. And as far as the one in the middle, I really can't see a mark of anything on the one in the middle, but it kind of looks like it's up there, but I mean this picture here is real tiny, so no matter how much I zoom in, you still probably won't be able to see it. But I think he has a mark. But like I see, you see the one in the middle of the guy's nose, and you see this other guy here with the big, huge, noticeable mark. And this mark in the Hindu religion is called tilak. And let me read what it means. Tilak, a mark on the forehead that symbolizes the retention of the memory of the Lord in all his activities. So this mark here is called tilak. It's a retention against God. A retention. That's what it means. So, say those who accept the mark. So that's why this mark is so horrible, huh? That's why this mark is so horrible. It say, could speak and refuse to worship the beast. He was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast so that it could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. He also forced everyone, small, rich, great, and poor, rich, small, great, rich, and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on his right hand on his forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you may say, how this right here would be a number or a name of the beast? Well, it's called tilak. Now I guess I'm gonna do a little bit more research and study on who tilak is, or if this is just what they call it. But the definition and the meaning, and this is, I'm reading from Simple Guide to Hindu Terms. What does that mean in Hindu? And it said tilak, a mark on the forehead that symbolizes the retention of the memory of the Lord in all activities. And since Obama comes from the a Hindu-based background and also Muslim-based, I'm sure he very familiar with this mark on the forehead. Now, of course, I know a lot of you like, man, I ain't gonna take no big fat red mark on the forehead. What you mean? You notice this same red mark is kind of like symbolism during the time of Egypt, when Moses was commanded to put a red mark on front of the door to prevent from encountering the plagues of all the firstborns that was to be taken. So that right there is also kind of familiar symbol, similar to that. It's kind of like a reverse process. Those who put the red mark on the front of their door should be overlooked and should not be partaken of the plagues, and those who put a red mark on their forehead shall be punished this time but overlooked when it comes to the Antichrist. And since Jesus was the God of Israel, you know, there was, I'm sure was Jesus the one suggested the red mark be put on the door. So I guess the Antichrist probably suggests the red mark, the one coming from Indonesia, born in Indonesia, we put on the middle of our noses or on our foreheads. They can't buy or sell without that mark. So this is kind of an ideal of how it may look, and I see this is very familiar. I mean, just somewhere seen that before. So once again, take a good look. Middle of the guy's nose and the one on the guy's forehead. And this is something in the Indonesia or Hindu belief. This is the belief of the Hindu, and it's called tilak. So that's officially it as far as the multiple heads are. Last but not least, I want to describe what it means as far as the beast, the woman sitting on the beast, and the 7 hills. in Revelation chapter 17. The seven hills that the woman is on top of is seven continents of this country. Those are the seven hills. The seven heads you saw were also seven leaders. And the one that's gonna come gonna succeed all seven leaders. This is basically talking about the one world order in retrospect of what I spoke about in the previous segments. But it's talking about the one world order. Now I'm trying to read real quick. Shut up. Beast saw once not us. Da da da. I said the seven heads. I already explained this already as far as great prostitute or whatever. It says the seven heads are seven hills on which the woman sits. There are also seven kings. Five have fallen, one is and the other is not yet come. When he does, he will remain for a little while. The beast who once was and now is not is an eighth king. He belongs to the seven going on to his destruction. I already talked about this, but like I said, the seven hills is the seven continents, and out of each continent is a leader of the continent. Is a leader. And then also on Fareed Zakari, he was talking about doing an interview with the four beasts from the four corners of the world. Well, he didn't necessarily say it like that, but he said he gonna do an interview with the four leaders of the four corners of the earth. And that's what Daniel talks about, what I read to you in the previous segments, about the four leaders at the four corners of the earth, the four beasts. And one of them was Obama, of course, describing it already. So it's complicated, it's advanced, people. You have to have the patience, you have to meditate, and you have to soak in on this. You really have to soak in on it and just allow it to just, allow the Spirit to work and lay it out for you. But that's why the Father has the prophets to simplify for you and break it down so you can understand. But the woman on the seven hills, on seven continents, each continent having seven leaders. Each continent having its own leader. Out of those continents that the woman is over, one from another continent shall succeed the others of the most powerful continent. Meaning subdue the three kings of the most powerful continent, of course, or country, which is America, and come over and rule and will hate the great prostitute. So the great prostitute sitting on the beast, sitting on the Antichrist, along with the 10 kings, and the Antichrist leading the great prostitute where he wants her to go. And every president of this country leads this country where they want this country to go. So that's what it means. That's why the great prostitute, which is America, is riding on the back of the beast. And right now, what's going on? This country is riding on the back of Obama. Obama, when you gonna fix this? Obama, when you gonna do this? Obama this, Obama that. He said he gonna do this. He said he gonna do this. This country riding on Obama's back. This country is expecting Obama to lead them in a prosperity, lead them in a success and in a hope. So that's what you're seeing or reading in Revelation 17. This great prostitute sitting on the back of the beast, and the beast riding. She riding the beast. So just giving a thorough breakdown. So I think that pretty much covers everything. I thought I thoroughly explained it. So check out my other video segments about America, America's fall and Apocrypha, etc., so you can be informed, be more enlightened what I'm linking and referring to. So I'm really liking this quality. But yeah, peace be unto you in Christ for life.